What is happening, guys? Joey here. Today we're going to talk about the 2018 Samsung Q9FN QLED television. Let's talk about it. Just finished running the zone test. I came up with 480 zones. So there's 30 zones across the top, left to right, horizontal, and there are 16 zones top to bottom, vertical. So 30 by 16. I counted it about 20 times. And I even recorded it for you guys. So 480 zones. Did Samsung fix the banding problems from last year? I'm pleased to say they have, kind of. At least it's not as bad as it was. There's a faint streak on the left side and there's a little bit of dirty screen effect I've noticed on this particular panel. So this might just be a case of the panel lottery. How's the uniformity on this TV? Well, I think it's good enough. I don't think you'll notice the uniformity issues unless you stare at Xbox menus all day. In normal content, movies, sports, I've played everything on this TV so far and I haven't noticed any issues. I haven't seen any banding, I haven't seen any clouding, I haven't seen anything. It's just been amazing if you're sitting directly in front of it, like with all LED TVs. Actually, I haven't noticed any issues off angle either. How's the brightness on this TV? It's very bright. Maybe the brightest TV I've ever seen. Maybe brighter than the Z9D. Going off of my visual memory, they're pretty close, but I think this might be brighter. Definitely depends on the content that you're watching. Certain content looks a lot brighter than other content, because I think this might be taking the new spot for king of LED TVs. You would not be looking for a brighter TV. Ever. Never ever. It is really, really bright, especially after 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the evening. Yeah, if we start getting brighter than this, we're going to have eye strain issues. Unless you have a lot of windows in your room and you're watching TV or movies during the day and you're competing with the sun. Fine, take us up to 10,000 nits, Sony. How's the contrast on this TV? It gets very dark. I've adjusted my settings to attempt to compete with my 65-inch OLED in terms of black levels. Contrast is amazing. We're getting real close to OLED blacks. Not quite there, because I have done the side-by-side compared to my 65-inch OLED, but the luminance on the Q9F, whew, it's getting close, y'all. Black bars in movies. I didn't see any light bleed into the black bars. No, they're not OLED dark, but they're dark enough. But you can't tell if they're perfectly 0'd out black because the adjacent pixels are so bright. It's like staring into car headlights. SDR content is phenomenal on this TV. I don't know if Samsung has updated their algorithm on their newer 2018 TVs, but it handles older content as well as Sony. It's close. I had the X900F and the Q9F side by side. This looked better. SDR looks really good on this TV. It competes with the best, if not beats the best. So yeah, if you watch low quality content, you're sitting pretty with the Q9FN. It's handling older content like a champ. HDR. HDR is not as good as HDR on the LG OLED. It's just not there. When I play, for example, Stranger Things Season 2 side by side, the LG looks better. At least in the content that I've been watching, the majority of scenes look better on the OLED. Not all the scenes, for sure. Like as soon as daylight hits, or there's like a beach scene or an outdoor scene where it's well lit, a scene that's shot between say 12 and 4 p.m., it's bright outside, this wins. If it's an evening shot or a nighttime shot, the OLED is still the champ. Motion. Don't know if it's as good as Sony, but it's very, very close. I have the settings dialed in to where I like them. They're not as customizable as I would like them to be. I've kind of found a happy medium where I don't think motion would bother me, but it might bother you because everybody sees motion a little bit differently. Read the comments and you'll figure that out real quick. The design, it looks very similar to last year's model, except we have a much improved TV stand. It's, in my opinion, a much better design than the 2017 Q9. I really like the TV stand on the new model. Footprint's not too big, and it's not the wide crow's feet that requires you to go out and have to buy another TV stand. It's still heavy, though. Yeah, it's still heavy. How's the sound on this TV? Well, the sound is pretty good. It's not amazing. I still think if you're gonna buy a TV at this caliber, you're probably going to end up getting an external sound system. I've yet to hear a TV that impresses me when it comes to playing music, but for movies, it's good enough. Gets the job done. When I'm watching YouTube, streaming, Netflix, Hulu, Blu-rays, Apple TV, etc., I don't feel like I'm missing out, and I don't feel bothered by the onboard or built-in speakers. So I think they're pretty good. I'm impressed. So the price of this thing. So the 65-inch model is $39.99. For the 65-inch? No, we think it should be priced at about $34.99. And that's really based on the fact that I can go buy an OLED of the same size for about $2,500. And the picture quality, they're pretty close. Yes, this is much brighter. Yes, I think the experience on the Samsung Q9FN is better than LG's WebOS, but I don't know if it's worth that much more money. It's up for you to decide. I think the Q9FN is a phenomenal TV. I think it's probably gonna be the best TV of 2018, number 1 or number 2. It's definitely gonna be at the very, very top. So who is this TV for? This TV, in my opinion, is for someone who likes to keep their TV at a higher brightness. People who have a lot of windows in their house, or people who just plain old like bright TVs like me. So if that's you, this TV is hard to beat. I don't know if anything can beat it. I don't know if there's anything really close to it. This reminds me of what the X940E should have been. The motion's actually pretty good on this. How does this compare to the X930E? I think this is brighter, I think it's darker, it looks better, they're both heavy, this is more expensive. I like the TV stand on this better. I like Samsung's Tizen interface way better than Android. Me personally, I'm willing to pay $500 to $1,000 more to get away from Android. So if you have the X930E, this is a logical upgrade for you. Holy crap, it looks amazing on this TV. I have never seen color like this before. Everything looks good on this TV. The viewing angles, it's not OLED good. I have one right there. No, but straight on, like sitting straight on, ooh, this thing is tough to beat. Pick this up. This is the best remote I have ever used, ever. Simple, easy. Even the battery compartment, are you kidding me? I have never been impressed by a battery door. Consider myself impressed by a battery door. Subscribe and hit that little bell icon so you guys get notified when we post a new video.
Yeah, listen, I am what I am today 'cause I did it